Press pause, put the controller down. It's time to talk about the gaming industry. My name is TJ Leo.
And I'm Andrew.
And this is episode 83 of Press Pause, a gaming podcast. How are you, my friend?
I am trying to keep up with everything that's happening. We have news today. We have hot news coming in today. It's not going to be today, of course, by the time people hear this. But man, I'm so glad that it happened today and not tomorrow, because it would have sucked for that to be old news.
Have to wait for a week. Yeah. There's not a lot of news today, but all of the news are big news. It was a big news week. Just not a lot of stuff to talk about. But exciting for sure. Yeah, let's get into the rigmarole, because I'm excited to talk about a lot of the stuff that's on the docket today. As always, we're on YouTube Music. If you want the podcast edition of the show, whether that be audio only or video, check out YouTube Music. Don't forget to join the Co-op Club Discord community server. Link is in the description, where you can find myself and so many others talking about gaming, wrestling, and more. And patreon.com/co-op entertainment, where you can throw us $1 US a month to help support the channel. We greatly appreciate it. Every little bit helps. So let's get to what we're playing. So you've finished a game?
Yes, I finished Metroid Prime 4.
All right.
Oh boy, do I have a lot of things to say. So, I was very optimistic about this game.
Uh-oh.
And my optimism was kind of betrayed, because this game starts out really good. And then so much of its potential is not really utilized. And a lot of stuff is just not done. So I'm gonna, I want to talk about the story first or the gameplay first. I'll get the story stuff out of the way, because there's a lot that I'm not going to say for spoiler reasons. Yeah. But the story got really bad right at the end.
Oh no.
There were a lot of dramatic fake outs that ultimately amounted to nothing.
Oh, I hate that.
And then there was a big dramatic moment at the end. That was like a reverse fake out. So there's a thing that happens right at the end of the final boss fight, and you are given a choice. You can either do a thing or you cannot do a thing. And the obvious thing is to do the thing. Then it's like, oh, but that's not
the right thing.
I'm gonna not do the thing. That's gonna be the real thing to do. So I didn't do the thing, and then I got a game over. And I was like, okay, there's two problems with that. First of all, if not doing the thing just results in a game in my death, then why even give me the choice?
Yeah, agreed.
And also, giving me the choice makes it seem like I can do something that's more appropriate to Samus's character. And that's not the right thing to do. It doesn't even give you a cinematic of oh, you failed, but you failed in a special way, so we animated it, uniquely. It's just the straight up standard game over screen. It's so I gotta do the thing?
That doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't seem like a very Samus thing to do. She wouldn't do that. But you have to. And it's not like, you know how in MGS3, which I am going to spoil because that game's from years ago, where when you beat the boss, you actually have to push the button to pull the trigger and execute her. That's there to make you feel
feel the weight of
that moment.
Yeah.
Because Naked Snake has such a long relationship with the boss and is such an influential person in his life, and it's basically the end of one chapter of his life, and much of what he knows as this is the world I live in, dies with the boss, because after that everything changes. This is not a moment like that. This is just
Dumb.
hit the button to basically press the button to roll the credits. It's basically what it is.
Press F to pay respects.
Yeah, like there's no challenge to it. There's no like, oh, you have to reach a thing to hit the button.
So there was
It's
no
like,
point to it. It should have just been a
there's no
cinematic.
point to it. Yeah, it's just it just do this to finish the game. Like
That also seems like a very not Metroid thing to do, to give the player a choice. Like, that's never really happened before.
Yeah, and that's why I thought, like, oh, if I don't do the thing, I'll get the real ending. No.
Was there any other choices throughout the game?
No.
Okay.
Nothing.
That just
nothing.
seems bad.
That's why I was like, there's a prompt to do the thing. Okay, then not doing it must yield a different result, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's never been a thing before. No.
Weird.
No. Very out of character, very outside the narrative that had been built. Again, I know it's hard to
it's hard to say
why this makes sense without spoiling it.
Well, when I play it, we'll have like a spoiler cast moment about it.
And the game hasn't like been out for super long, so
a couple of months.
I'm not comfortable with doing the spoiler thing yet, the open spoiler thing. So, but yeah, it was just very strange. Like I was left looking at my Switch, just like, huh?
Yeah, been there.
Very confused. The other thing is that Samus never says a single fucking word in the game, which is bizarre. Because it's not just a case of her having there are plenty of games where she doesn't talk, right? But because there's nobody to talk to, right? So many of the games she spends alone, but she does talk to people when they're around. First of all, she narrates a lot of stuff in the games. Like she narrates the intro to Super Metroid. She has narration in Metroid Fusion, and she speaks to another character in Metroid Fusion. Here, there are multiple characters who talk to her,
and she just stares at them.
Yeah, she just stares at them. Like, it's not even a moment of like, oh, she said something, but you don't hear it, so you can imagine what she said. It's like, no. This isn't a Link situation. This is just, she flat out doesn't fucking say anything. And I thought for sure at the ending, because there's a dramatic moment right at the very, very end before the credits roll. No, after the credits roll, pardon me. It's before the completion screen that you get, where it's like you got X number of items and scans and whatever. It's right before that. She does a thing. Again, I'm not going to say what it is because of spoilers. But I thought for sure she was going to say something because it seemed like the moment to say something. I thought for sure she was going to say, "See you next mission," because that's the thing that's always at the end of every Metroid game.
Maybe she does if you get 100% completion.
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so. Because I got what I think is the hidden ending because I got enough of the green energy crystals. So I don't think that it's like, oh, it's a 100% thing, because I got like 98%.
Oh shit. Damn.
And I know that Metroid games like do reserve little things for more and more completion, but I'm pretty sure there's nothing. Well, I do know that you do unlock more stuff in the gallery, including some things that do like explicitly say get 100% of scans, unlock this, whatever it is, right? She doesn't even say that. Even the game doesn't say that. Like when you get the tally at the very end, it doesn't say "Good job, see you next mission." It doesn't even do that, which I thought was also really weird. The other thing about the story that kind of sucks is the utilization of Sylux, who's a character from Metroid Prime Hunters. He's a bad guy in this game. You only see him like once at the beginning and once at the end. You do fight him multiple times. It's not actually him. It's just like a combat robot projecting a hologram of him and fighting in Sylux mode, basically. You get the barest amount of context for why he hates Samus and why he hates the Federation. You basically get a flashback that infers, oh, this is why. And it's like, okay, I kind of get it, but I still don't specifically get it, which
Nintendo's strong suit has never been storytelling. In
yeah,
terms of like a sophisticated narrative, that they're very good at environmental storytelling and that kind of thing,
yeah,
but
which is usually what the Metroid series does.
yeah, and I think that's probably where they should stay. We don't need. I mean, if Other M didn't prove that we don't need a convoluted drama,
Yeah, it
then I don't know what
totally.
does.
Yeah, totally unnecessary. I mean, if you could do it well, and it seemed like they were doing it well, because the characters in this game, they're not really annoying. You don't have to babysit them. They are fairly reasonable. There's actually one character who you meet out sort of in the wild a few times. Um, and you do have some character development with him. He basically he's the sniper character, so he's kind of the lone wolf,
Mm.
hang back and execute from people from a distance guy, right? And so he has some thoughts about that. Um, and you meet him a few times while he's out scouting, and he tells you a little bit about himself. He opens up to you a little bit. Um, and so there's that. But like as far as like overall story presentation goes, and tying things together, the individual moments in this game are okay. Like they're fine, like I would say for a Metroid game, but like the overall story, how it all ties together is just kind of like build up to expecting something that very specifically did not happen, because that's why I thought, oh well, I'm not going to do this thing. We're ride or die. These are
Mm.
my peoples. But I guess that's not the case. I was like, I even like looked at my Switch and was like, no, no, I don't care, game. I am ride or die. But I guess I just don't get that choice.
Weird.
Um, so yeah, kind of kind of botched it in the story department. It's like they swerved out of the way of the obstacle that was, oh no, really annoying characters, into, but we don't ultimately do much rewarding with the rest of the narrative.
I wonder if part of that has to do with the fact that the game was rebooted.
Yeah, well, that's that's you're going to wonder that again about the next thing that I say.
Mm.
Which is also a thought that I had. So here we go with the gameplay. So the big thing in this game is that you get psychic powers, right?
Mm.
And initially that sounds really cool, because it is really cool. And at first, the things you can do are kind of neat. Like there's if you're in the scan mode, which becomes like the psychic scan mode, basically, because then you start scanning things with your psychic powers instead of just with your visor. If you charge and fire a shot in that mode, it's the thing where you steer the shot in basically in bullet time.
Yeah, I've seen
And
that
you're
in the
like,
video.
okay, that's kind of neat. If you charge a morph ball bomb, it stays there instead of going off, and you can come out of morph ball mode and then lock onto it, and she'll grab it with telekinesis, and you can throw it. Like, okay, it's not really something that's convenient for combat, but it can be used for puzzle solving.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What else do you got, game? Nothing. Nothing.
There's
There's a
telekinesis.
Yeah, well, there is telekinesis where you can move things like to open doors, but that amounts to, hey, there's a purple stone at the top of the door. Grab it and slide it downwards, and that opens the door. So the thing that you're doing with shots, like 10 times faster, they've just made
Oh,
it
it's
slower.
slow.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
get not a good design
or
choice.
it's, hey, trace a pattern that it's not something that you have to memorize that you saw somewhere else. It's literally just guide it around a highlighted track. Here,
So
turn this
it's padding.
doorknob, but like turn it 5 times instead of just once, kind of thing. Yeah, it's padding. And the rest of the psychic stuff, the things that you would be like, oh, well, maybe they'll replace her usual abilities with different psychic ones. It's literally just the exact same stuff that you get in the other games, but with the word psychic in front of it. Like the psychic spider ball.
The psychic grappling hook.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So
This definitely sounds like a game that was in dire trouble, and then Retro came
Yeah.
in and went, "Okay, we have to salvage this," but they weren't able to like create one of their. I wouldn't say they always make a masterpiece, but it wasn't up to Retro standards by the sounds of
Well,
it.
and I'll get back to this in a bit. I did like it and enjoy it enough to finish it, which I can't say the
Clearly,
same
yeah.
for Prime 2 and Prime 3.
Oh wow. Okay.
Um, but this what's the difference between the spider ball and the psychic spider ball? Well, there are a few spider ball tracks in the game that are invisible and are psychic tracks, and you lock onto them and scan them to reveal them. And then when you have the psychic spider ball, which you would need anyway, because there's no spider ball and then psychic spider ball upgrade. It's just the psychic spider ball. So it's not like, oh, I can use these spider ball tracks, but then I get another upgrade to use these ones. It's no, you just get the psychic spider ball. So it's like, what's the point of having special psychic tracks if you get the upgrade that lets you use them at the same time? If they had
Yeah.
separated it into like regular and then psychic versions, I could kind of understand, but they don't. So
It sounds like
what's the point?
that probably was the case before, but it ended up
Maybe
being
it
like
was
way too
right. Like this is
convoluted.
why I'm saying like
Hmm.
maybe this is stuff that happened because of its trouble development, because
Yeah.
there's no point in distinguishing between two types of spider ball tracks if there's only one spider ball. It's very, very strange.
It's almost like they should have
There's
gave
a
this game to Retro to begin with.
Yeah, maybe. The other thing is that there's no visors in this game, which I found very strange.
So it's just the
There's
scanner, and that's it basically.
It's just the scanner, which becomes the psychic, scan, which is basically the same thing as the regular scan, except she does woo-woo hand stuff.
Woo woo.
That's what you're seeing right now.
The
You
telekinesis
also
stuff.
you do the telekinesis stuff, and here's the guided shot stuff. But yeah, there's no like thermal visor or X-ray visor or anything. It's just that's it.
So even though it has all these problems, it's still the second best Metroid Prime.
Yeah, because the things like Prime 2 basically does everything wrong. And Prime 3 just annoyed me so much with the constant stop start going between areas.
Hmm.
And just Prime 3 was also like unnecessarily, I felt like padded in some ways, and I just couldn't bring myself to finish. I just lost interest. And I know it sounds like I'm shitting on this game, like it's terrible. It's not terrible. It's fine.
It's fine in comparison to what it
It's
could be.
it's just fine. And yeah, exactly. Like I was like, oh my
Hmm.
god, I got this cool psychic suit, and I got this guided shot thing. There's gonna be so many cool psychic abilities, and that you get the cool psychic abilities when you get psychic powers, and then that's it. From that point on, it's just the stuff you've seen before.
I will
You
say,
know,
when I saw that bike, I was concerned with this game.
the
Again,
bike is fine. The bike is totally
but
fine.
it showed a lack of um understanding of what makes Metroid Prime good when they
I mean,
revealed
I
it.
guess, but like let me put it to you this way. The bike is a lot more fun than not having visors or something. Like the lack of really taking advantage of the psychic angle bothers me way more than the
Oh,
bike,
of
which
course.
doesn't bother me at all.
I just meant
Like
like when they showed the game off, that was like a sign that there was probably other things wrong. Is kind of
yeah, yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean. It was like,
But I'm just saying is like there's actually nothing wrong with the bike. Ironically,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
fine. It's
yeah.
totally fine.
I think I just would prefer not
Um,
to have it and just the areas just be interconnected like most Metroid games. You know,
yeah. It's yeah.
it
It's
felt
fine.
it looks unnecessary to me.
I mean, it is. I think there kind of for its own sake, but there is stuff to find out in the desert.
Hmm.
There's some optional upgrades to find. Um,
Okay.
Collecting the green crystals is how you get a more powerful gun, which like I don't know if it doubles or something, but your shots do feel underpowered until you get that upgrade. Um, So there is a reason to do that. Not that they couldn't have done that otherwise, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
They could have just hidden a new type of item.
Yeah.
In the world.
Yeah. It's just
like missile tanks and energy tanks and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's just it's so frustrating. There's so much potential there.
Yeah.
And like in terms of like gameplay, like moment to moment gameplay, like controlling it feels totally fine.
Yeah.
Feels totally fine. Like it's a competent technical foundation with not really great application of its mechanics or even its potential. Actually, I've got a great example of that. There's a boss that I fought. It's big. You remember Volvagia from Ocarina of Time, the big lava dragon?
Yeah.
You basically fight that. It's
okay.
not, but I mean it's basically that. It's a big long lava dragon snake thing, right? When I did the scan, because you know you always scan the bosses, it said, "Hey, this thing's full body is like 150 meters long, and it's pretty big, right?" And it gets to the end of the fight, and it's just sitting there, and it's got a fraction of health left, and you have to deliver the killing blow. And I was like, "Okay, well, what are my options to do this? I can't use the guided shot because it doesn't travel 150 meters. It has a way shorter range than that. It basically has a time on it.
Yeah,
I don't know exactly how long I've never counted, but it has a certain number of seconds that you
before
can
it
use
expires.
before it expires. And it does not last long enough for you to go to 150 meters. So I know it can't be that. So I'm like, do I shoot a missile down its throat? No. Do I shoot a super missile down its throat? No. Can I get over there and roll in with the morph ball? No. And this thing, if you don't finish it off within a certain amount of time, it gets back up, regains a little bit of health, and you gotta smack it down again. And I did this about 4 times before I said, I have no idea what the game wants me to do here. So I looked it up. Turns out you are supposed to use a guided shot. And in this one and only one case,
it lasts longer.
It just lasts longer. As long as the shot is inside its throat, it doesn't expire.
Bad design.
It goes for like twice as long so that it can reach the end of the thing's body and you can hit its weak point inside it. I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to figure that out? It literally tells me how long it is, and I know for a fact that the shot never goes that far. I even tested it again after that, and the shot expired way sooner than it lasted inside the thing's throat. So it's like,
and it didn't indicate in any way that it was like a supercharged shot or anything like that.
No, there's no visual, there's no sound effect. It's just it lasts longer.
How does that not occur to the developer that that's a problem? You know?
Yeah, like if the thing had said, "Oh, it's not this long; it's only this long," like if it was like, "Oh, the body's like this 75 meters," I would have been like, "I think I can do that with the guided shot," and that would have been like my first or second instinct to try, right? But here, my first thought was immediately, no, it can't be that, because that seems like the obvious answer, but it can't be because I know the shot doesn't last that long.
Yep.
But it was. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
It definitely smells of like development issues that they tried to smooth out and didn't have enough time to have better answers for.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Yeah. It's really disappointing because I had such high hopes for this game, and I just, beyond that, like, I just want another good Metroid Prime. And this is a fine Metroid Prime, but like I'm never gonna play this again. You know, I'm not gonna. It's not gonna be like in 5 years. It's gonna be like, oh god, I need to experience that again. It's like, okay, I played it, whatever. Whereas with Prime 1, I've played that game multiple times because every few years I'm like, oh, I gotta experience that again. You know, and like I don't expect any game, like any Metroid game, to impress me the way that Prime did when Prime came out, because we were obviously in a very different gaming world back then. You know, like part of the reason that Prime 1 is so impressive is that they did that on the GameCube. What?
Yeah,
you could do that. And obviously this
game's gorgeous though. Like I've been gobsmacked this whole time watching some of the reflections.
This game is gorgeous. I'm not just talking about that. It's like you can have all of this detail, a world this complex, this much variety, and it also runs at 60 FPS.
Or
Right?
120.
Well, 120, yeah. I mean, it does reduce the resolution, but like remember 60 FPS was not the standard back then.
Nope.
So many games ran at 30, games that looked worse than Metroid Prime. And for the original Metroid Prime to look as good as it did and also run as well as it did, it was such a technical like mind blower, but then also like the world was so detailed and there was so much life in it, and it didn't just feel like it was a gaming environment for you. It felt like no, this was actually at one point a inhabited world, and life does continue there. Like it's, the wind blows, the grass sways, the fish swim around, they react if you shoot at them, the school of fish breaks up and retreats, and all that kind of stuff. Like you do feel like you're actually in a place that has life, that exists outside of being a gaming environment for you, right? And that was such a big deal at the time, because we were just starting to get hardware that could do those kinds of like really detailed worlds, whereas on previous systems like the N64 and PlayStation,
So you're
it
basically
wasn't.
saying that this is not groundbreaking in any way in
This
comparison.
is, well, it's not just this. I don't think any Metroid game could like blow me away with how much of a leap it is as Prime did when Prime came out, right? Like unless you had like a Metroid game that was like, "Oh, full body VR tracking," or we just plug you into the fucking Matrix or something like that.
Hey,
And that's how you play
Metroid
the
Prime
game.
in VR. You just
Oh no,
got me
Metroid
interested.
Prime in VR would be sick.
That'd be
Absolutely.
amazing.
I
Especially
think
if
that'd
you're
be
gonna feel
great.
like you have the helmet on. That would be
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, because that's one of the things that Metroid Prime also did really well, was it felt more like
See
you
your
were
cannon.
controlling a
Cool.
person and not just a floating cannon with a gun, or a floating
Hmm.
camera with a gun,
Yeah.
right? Because like you can hear your footsteps. There's a little bit of like, it's not
When you
like
jump from like a
massive
high
camera.
height, you feel the weight when you
Yeah,
land.
oh,
You go like,
even
Toom.
from a low height, like when
Yeah.
you land, there's a sway of the camera as like
Yeah.
Samus absorbs the impact with her knees and then straightens up again. It's all very subtle,
Yeah.
but it really contributes to the feeling of I am seeing the world from inside a person's head, and not I am a floating gun with an
Yeah.
eye on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Metroid Prime isn't the only game that does that really
No.
well. Crisis does it really well, but that was still a very new thing at the time that Prime came out.
Yeah.
So like to have that kind of a leap is really difficult. So I can't hold it against a game for not doing that, for not like blowing my mind with what is possible with the medium, right? Like that's an unreasonable expectation to have. What I would like is for another Prime game to be pretty fucking good. We talk about Chrono Trigger a lot because it's one of our favorite games. We reference it a lot, and I've told you, because you've never played Chrono Cross, I've told you multiple times, both on and off the air, it's not as good, but it's still a really good fucking game.
Mm.
I would like another Metroid Prime that, if it's not as good as the original, okay, because that's like a once in a lifetime lightning in a bottle moment, like Chrono Trigger.
So you're saying basically that Metroid Prime was a 10, this is an 8, and you're hoping for a 7 or hoping for a 9.
This is like a 7, and I'm hoping for a 9.
Ooh, okay, interesting.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's fine, but that's all it is. Like it's okay, it's adequate as a video game, but I kind of expect, like, I don't know, maybe I'm being unfair, but I kind of expect more from Metroid.
I would too.
You know,
I would
it's
too.
a franchise that has historically, although over the years, not always, set a pretty high standard, right? And so my expectations for it are a
And
little
Retro's a
bit.
great studio, so
My expectations are a bit higher for it, right?
yeah.
So I'm okay with a Metroid Prime game not being the planets align perfection of the original, but I would like it to be a damn good game in the way that Chrono Cross is not the basic perfection that Trigger is, but it's still a damn great game, right? I want the Chrono Cross of Metroid Prime, and I've not been getting it. And it's like
Bummer.
we're 3 Prime games out from the original. I'm kind of wondering, is it even possible? Like, is it even possible to get close to that, or was it just such an unlikely, like, perfect team making the perfect game at the perfect time that it's just not
Yeah.
reproducible? I
Yeah.
don't know. But I just I wanted it to be better, man. It was fine, but fine.
Fine doesn't cut it
Not
anymore.
well.
Especially not for $100.
Yeah, yeah. That's a big part of it as well.
Yeah,
That was a
Canadian.
lot of
We
money.
should clarify.
Yeah, it was a lot of money for that game.
Yeah, and it's not like
I
those
felt
prices
like
ever
I
come
pretty
down.
much got my money's worth out of Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Oh
I
yeah, it
didn't
sounds like it.
really feel like this
Yeah,
was worth the
that's
money.
my problem with Nintendo's pricing. Is like you get Donkey Kong Bonanza and you're like, yeah, I'd pay $100 for this. You get Metroid Prime and you're like, I'd pay 60 for this.
Yeah, for $60, I'd be like, yeah, okay, that's fair. It was a decent length. It's obviously a lot of work's gone into it. It's fine, I've happily paid 60 for stuff that
For sure.
wasn't as good as this.
For sure.
But $100,
$100 is a lot of money.
That's yeah.
And on top of the already 700 plus that you paid for the console.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a bummer. I will still play it at some point, but it's definitely not at the top of my priority list.
Again, it's fine, so it is worth playing, but
might be a rental for me.
Yeah. I just, man,
bummer.
The thing is, like, watching this, like, what they're showing are like moments that I had a lot of fun with, because there are great individual moments, like that ice area. It's great. You go through it once when it's frozen, and then you basically turn off the chill, and you go through it backwards a second time, and now it's thawing out.
That's cool.
You basically have the same area, but two different configurations of it. It's really cool.
Yeah,
and they
smart.
they redid the visuals for every room, because it's like, here's where everything is blocked up with huge chunks of ice, and then here's where all the ice is melting, and there's some things you couldn't see before. Like they redid everything. So there's a lot of work put into this, but
not necessarily in the right places all the time.
Not necessarily in the right place. Also, I did try the 120 FPS mode, and maybe it's just because it's the handheld size screen. I didn't really notice much difference with it.
I'll be honest.
Like, I thought maybe
I don't notice a difference unless it's like a fighting game or like a first person shooter. Not Metroid Prime just doesn't seem like a game that would benefit from it.
I tried it. I tried it with the bike, which is where I thought I'd notice it, and it's a little bit smoother, but it doesn't look twice as smooth. Maybe, or who knows? Maybe it's just the way my eyes are and my vision.
Well, plus I think the human eye has a limit in general to how many frames it can see per second. So
I mean, it does, but it's not 120.
It's higher than that.
It's higher than that. Yeah, it is. But
it's got to be like, what's the word? What's the phrase they use? Diminishing returns. The higher the frame rate gets, though.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and the thing is also, like, the human eye doesn't exactly see in frames, because, like, if you want to get really, really technical, the photons are not hitting, our
they're not hitting in frames. The whole frame doesn't change.
Yeah.
It's
you're getting different parts of, like, new information at a time, and so your brain completes it all. But if you were to measure it in discrete frames, it's more than 120. But there are definitely diminishing returns. Like, the difference between 120 and 240 is much harder to see.
Yeah.
And there are monitors that'll do like 360 now, and I'm like,
I've
seriously?
seen that. What the fuck is the point?
Yeah. And I figured the bike would be the place where it would be most noticeable, and it is. I don't know. Maybe the bike's just not fast enough for it to be super noticeable. I don't know.
Yeah. 60 is fine with me. Maybe, I could care less about anything.
Yeah, 60 is fine with me. But maybe if you play it on like a big screen TV that does 120, maybe it's more noticeable there.
Could be.
Because like the actual changes on screen are much more subtle, because it's like a physically small.
Is the 120 supported on docked mode?
I don't know, because I don't have a 120 hertz television, so I haven't tried it.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that's a bit of a bummer.
Yeah.
But you enjoyed it enough to beat it. So okay.
Enjoyed it enough to beat it, but I just wish.
But disappointed.
It was more enjoyable. Yeah. Like I said, I sound like I'm down on it. It's fine.
A 7's not bad at all. In our scale, 7 is good. So it's a good game. It's just not a great game.
I want better out of Metroid. I have a much higher standard for a Metroid game, and it
Yep.
didn't really meet it,
Agreed.
despite a strong start. It is gorgeous though. So you bring that level of polish and then make the next game really good, and I'll be quite happy.
Yeah.
But the game's got to be good. Game's got to be good, and this is good enough for most, but not for Metroid.
All right. Well, I have a small update on Ghost of Yotei.
Okay.
I have not beat it. The game is fucking ridiculously big, to the point where it's getting long in the tooth at this point, and I feel like I'm nowhere near the end. It could have one of those moments where all of a sudden the game just shifts into fast forward mode in the story. Maybe, but I haven't hit that point yet. But I feel like I'm unlocking the majority of the things, but yet I still have a shitload of game to go. And there's tons of side stuff to do. Like, the game's just massive. And I have a feeling that soon I'm going to have one of those moments where it's like, where, like an Elden Ring, where you go to the next area and you're like, oh, and then you go to the next area and then you're like,
the map is twice as big as I thought it was.
Yeah, it's like massive, right? So like, I don't know. I'm still enjoying it. I really enjoy the combat. All of the intricacies of how they pace the game is so much better than the first game. There's not a lot of time where I just put the controller down because I know it's a fucking long ass conversation. Most of the conversations are done within a minute, maybe two. You're not sitting there through long stretches of dialogue. Part of that is the character. The character's far more no nonsense than Jin was in Tsushima. Still, like I said, I'm still enjoying it. I still think it's not a necessary sequel. I really hope they don't do a third one. There's just no need to, unless they're going to have a much bigger leap and a much bigger difference. You talked about how like psychic powers in Metroid Prime were basically just replacements for items that previously existed in Metroid games.
Yeah.
Same thing happens in this game, where it's like, I think Jin had a flute for music in the first game. Well, she has the banjo, kind of whatever it's called, the shamisen. It just feels like a lot of things are replaced and shifted, but they're pretty much the same. It does have 5 weapons. I don't think Tsushima did, which is interesting. The combat's still very much the same, but when you add in a 5th weapon, it just makes things a little bit more interesting. Again, I don't think it had 5 weapons in the previous game. I don't feel like it. I could go check, but it makes the combat more interesting because it's basically, the combat's basically like a rock paper scissors type of combat, where it's like, this weapon's good against this weapon, this weapon's good against this weapon. So you're constantly switching in combat between weapons based on what your current opponent is using against you. So, you'll be fighting 5 guys and 2 of them have the long staffs, 2 of them have katanas, one of them's got I can't remember the name of it. It's a giant 2-handed sword. Starts with an M. Can't remember.
I know what you're talking about.
Musashi or something like that. I can't remember. But you have to, you're fighting the guy with the katana. You're using your katana. You switch to the guy who's using the kurasami. I think it's called the kurasami. I don't know. It's the ball and chain with like a dagger.
Sarigama.
That's it. Yeah. So everything has like a counter, basically. So you're constantly switching. So the combat is still fantastic. I love the combat. I'm not sure you would. It's a little Arkham-ish.
Yeah.
But with a lot more complex mechanics than that. So I don't think you'd enjoy it. I wish there was a demo, because I'd be interested to know if you do enjoy it.
I wish it was like Bushido Blade.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely not like Bushido Blade. I mean, it's a little bit like that. Like, if you counter your opponent in the correct way, it leaves them completely open, and you could decimate them. There's no real like damage sponge enemies. You're doing damage. It's more about blocking, parrying, dodging, and using the right weapons, as you can see there. Kaboom, kaboom. You break their stance and then they're dead. It's pretty visceral. That
like in Bushido Blade, if like taking that hit there, you'd be dead.
Yeah, it's not quite like that. No, there's no enemy health bars or anything like that either. Yeah. Unless you're in a one-on-one duel with like a boss type encounter, and then there is a health bar. So I'm still enjoying it, but it is getting long in the tooth to the point where I'm like, have I had enough of it? I don't know. I really want to know how the story progresses. That's kind of what's pulling me at this point. The one thing that I forgot to mention last week when I first talked about the game was, do you remember the one really annoying thing that I talked about in Ghost of Tsushima?
Oh, where the one outfit had that thing that clipped through you?
They did it again.
Oh, no.
And it's worse because it happens in the first 5 fucking minutes.
Oh, no.
I was so mad. So one of the opening scenes of the game is you walking away after playing your Sharasami. I don't.
Shami-san.
The Shami-san. And then she puts it on her back. And then as she's walking with it on her back, her elbow clips through the fucking thing every time she walks.
No.
And I'm like, guys, it's the opening fucking 5 minutes.
And it's not like an unpredictable like piece of cloth physics.
No.
It's fucking like, no, this is like a hard, like predictable animation, repeating animation.
And then one of the coolest outfits in the game, all the outfits are really badass, I should say that. But the outfit that I choose to use in the game, all of them have disadvantages and advantages and all that kind of stuff. But the one that I choose to use has a cape, but she's also wearing, I'm not good with Japanese terminology, but there's like picture a kilt, but armored. Mm-hmm. So it's got like the pads that kind of flow down. One of them sticks behind you. And so when the wind blows a certain way and blows the cloth cape that you're wearing behind you, it clips through the fucking pad that's on the back of your waistband. Yeah. So as you're walking, it's just clipping. And it's just like, all I want to do is just turn so the wind is facing a different direction so I don't have to fucking see it. I'm just like, guys, I know it's a nitpick, but that kind of shit just drives me absolutely fucking bonkers. Because it's like, you see it all the time. So they must have just looked at it and went, yeah, that's fine. And I just fucking hate that. I hate that. But yeah, and it's a gorgeous game. I will say that.
Yeah.
I know I'm sound like I'm complaining, but it's just it's more Ghost of Tsushima. So unless something changes, which at this point I've probably put 20 to 30 hours into it, I don't think that's going to happen. It is the better game between the two.
Okay.
For what it's worth. At least? For what it's worth. Just not by a substantial, groundbreaking amount. That's all. So that's Ghost of Tsushima. I might have more to say on it in the coming weeks. I don't know. We'll see how far I get into it, or if I end up taking it back. This is one of those boss encounters I was talking about. Some of these are balls hard, man. Like some of these are brutal. Some of them I absolutely wreck them. Like this one, that guy got wrecked. But then other ones, it's like a fight between Neo and Agent Smith, where it's just like ching, 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 and you're just like, fuck, die, you son of a... Like it's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. But it's fun. All right. I played a couple more demos from Steam NextFest. Only 2 that I'm going to talk about. The rest of them, I played like 8, and the other 6 just nah.
That's fine.
This was
what
not,
demos are for.
Yeah, and that's true. This was probably one of the weaker NextFests that I've played, unfortunately. But I did play a cool game that I've never heard of, and of course, YouTube's doing that stupid thing again where it doesn't have the play next video. Why is it doing that all of a sudden? Oh, I wonder.
No. Uh-oh, what happened?
I don't know. I don't know why it disappears. It's still not there. I don't fucking get it. YouTube, fix your shit. So this is Rune Dice, which I had never heard of before. It's coming out in May, I think, and it is as I'm sure you've probably guessed by now, my taste. It's a roguelite, but it is a very unique roguelite in that it is a dice flicking game. So you basically
flicking dice.
You flick dice, and the dice are your deck of cards, basically. And you flick the dice.
Okay, so I'm afraid we're having a bit of a technical problem. I just lost your audio, so I'm going to drop out and rejoin.
Okay. That's never good. Testing.
Here we go.
Okay.
All right.
So the dice are your deck of cards, basically. And you flick your dice at the bottom, which starts as a 1, and you're aiming for another 1. When the 2 dice hit, they merge into a 2, and then the 2 looks for the next available 2 to match it and starts flinging towards it. If it hits it, it becomes a 3, so on and so forth. So you're trying to create like chain reactions, and then they go in that little slot on the left there, if you see during the combat there, and then it attacks your opponents up at the top. And there's a lot of strategy. There's more strategy on it than I initially thought of. Like, instead of just aiming for another of the dice that you have to flick, you can like bounce it off the wall into multiple other dice, which bump into other dice, which then merge. So you can like clear the board if you really are good enough. It's almost like pool in a way, where you're just like trying to like bounce things off of one another to get the best end result possible. It's really addictive, and it's really fun, and it's really difficult. I played one whole roguelite run, and I had a blast with it. And you can see some of the dice are like glowing. That's because you can get dice that like have certain powers.
Of course.
So like some of them will explode, which sends all of them tumbling around. You can see them all kind of going everywhere. Some of them will heal you, some of them will shield you, some of them will do an attack to all of the enemies at once instead of just the one in the front, some of them will do in the back. All kinds of like depth there. And of course, between each battle you get upgrades and build your deck, your dice deck. It's surprisingly interesting and surprisingly fun, and I had a blast with it. So if you like what you see, check it out. Rune Dice. It's called Rune Dice. Comes out in May. Demo's out now on Steam. Check it out if it seems interesting to you. And then I played... For fuck's sakes. How am I supposed to get to the next video if it just doesn't allow me to?
I don't know.
There, now they're back suddenly. Jesus. Okay. Also got to play the demo for Fatal Frame 2 Remake.
Oh, okay.
It is creepy as fuck. It is very, very tense and very creepy. It does have much better lip sync than what was the game I played recently? Oh, Silent Hill F. So it doesn't have any of those issues. Unfortunately, and I don't know why this is, because as I'm watching this footage, I don't see the problem that I'm having, and that is that the frame rate is garbage. I don't know if
the frames are fatal.
They are indeed fatal, because it makes the game a pain to play. It is maybe 30 frames per second. Like,
really, where were you playing this on?
I tried the PC version and I tried the PlayStation 5 version, and they both were the same.
Having problems?
Yeah, and the PS5 version didn't have a quality mode or a performance mode switch in the options that I could find. So I was like, is this game like limited to 30 frames on purpose for some reason, or like, I don't know what it is, but it just feels really sluggish, really slow, and not in a good way. Yeah, but if they're able to nail 60 frames per second, I think I'll enjoy it, because I was enjoying it. I was just constantly battling the ugly frame rate. Like, it was just bad. But it's very cool. It's very creepy. I don't really understand what's happening in the story. No. It's very unclear, but it's also just the beginning of the story. But but I'm interested enough to want to play it if they fix that problem. If it's just 30 frames per second and that's what the game is, then I just won't. I won't be able to play it because it was super freaking annoying to play it like that. And given that it's out in like a week, I'm a little concerned.
Who knows? Maybe there's a day one patch.
Yeah, could be a day one patch that
so often seems to be.
Yeah, I hope so because man, it wasn't even. I can't even describe it as being framey. It just felt sluggish. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, but it turned me off of the game almost immediately.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I don't remember having frame rate issues with the one I played, but I don't remember which one I played.
Yeah, and this is a remake, so there really is no excuse. So I don't know. I will say though, not having played the original, it does feel like a 1-to-1 remake and not a remake, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So it feels like it still has like the weird old school mentalities in there. Like I remember having to open a door Resident Evil style. And I was like, I don't know if that was necessary. You could have just made the area. But again, if it's a Snake Eater style remake, then I guess that's just what they're gonna do.
I mean, Fatal Frame isn't exactly like a Resident Evil where they're likely to make back the money of
probably not
a full-on remake like they did with 4. Mm-hmm. So maybe they're just being, realistic with the
budget.
Yeah,
could be. Also, they say their names way too fucking often. Every single time you like grab her hand, she's like, "Misu." I'm just like,
yeah, that's a Japanese thing.
Just fucking grab her hand. You don't need to say anything. Just shut up.
Yeah, that's just a Japanese thing.
Definitely. All right, that's it. That's all I got. Nothing crazy this week. So let's get on to the Metacritic check-in. Starting with a game that I was not happy to see. Clearly, this is Sons of Sparta, the God of War 2D Metroidvania that came out.
Mm-hmm.
Reviews are finally here, and not great. Not sitting pretty. 65 critically, and a 60 user score.
I'm going to assume that footage we just saw was from the PlayStation Smash, because I'm pretty sure that was fucking Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
before this.
Oh,
right before this. Yeah.
Oh. It must be. Yeah, it's All-Star Battle Royale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was like, wait a minute.
They're Smash Brothers clone. Yeah, they didn't work out. Yeah, so it's not doing well, and it basically, from what I understand, everyone kind of describes it as in the same way of unnecessary, graphically boring, doesn't do anything out of the ordinary for a Metroidvania, doesn't seem to prove its need to exist.
Yeah, the color palette is kind of muted. It's not really, and like the God of War games are bloody, reasonably colorful.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of like stone and rock and dirt colors, but like they tend to, where they use colors that aren't earth tones, they tend to be pretty vibrant, especially in the red department.
Yeah.
This just looks like, man, we sucked out like 30% of the saturation.
Yeah, I agree.
Our art and decided to call that our art style. It's like, no, maybe you shouldn't have done that.
And just like some of the animations,
turn
just
that dial back the other way.
Yeah, I don't think this was whoever developed it. I think is the issue here. I don't think it was the right choice. Like there's so many great 2D Metroidvania developers out there. It just seems like, I don't know. This felt entirely like an apology of like, hey, yeah, we don't have a game for you for the next 5 years. Here's something to tide you over. It's kind of what it felt like. So that's that. Are you fucking kidding me? The fucking icons disappeared.
Oh, great.
Why is it doing this? Like, I'm not crazy. They're disappearing. Like, there's a pause button, a play button, and then there's the next button and the previous button. And those two buttons just disappear. They're just gone. It makes no sense to me. Let me refresh. Maybe there's just some sort of fucking...
I like the QuickTime event to push away your child.
Yes. It's not there. So I guess I just have to fucking scroll down. Because that's awesome. Next up is Scott Pilgrim X. The new beat 'em up, which is doing quite well. Early reviews sitting at a 79 critically, but a 90 user score. So doing well. I never really cared much for the first one, so no interest for me personally. Loved the movie though. Yeah, that was a great movie.
Yeah, I read the comic and I enjoyed it. Watched the movie, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that TV show that Netflix put out a little while back.
Never saw that one.
The game was fine. It was like, hey, here's basically a River City Ransom style beat 'em up, which made sense because River City Ransom was a huge inspiration for that comic. Like, when you defeat the enemies in River City Ransom, they basically turn into coins. And the X's turn into coins when Scott defeats them. It's like, like here we are. It was fine, but I never really felt like, oh God, I need more of that. It was like, yeah, it's a fun little beat 'em up with some nice visuals, cool pixel art that looks like the comic and a good soundtrack. And I'm not really sure why they were like, oh, we need to make a sequel to this, other than maybe they just wanted to make one, which I mean, I guess is as good a reason as any, but yeah, I never really felt the need to have another one, but I'm glad it's there for the people who were craving it, I guess. They've been waiting since the PS3 because that's what it came out on originally.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Not really interested in it, but
no, not for me either.
Good for them. I bet the soundtrack is amazing though.
Probably. All right, the next one is Legacy of Kain Defiance Remaster. Which these are early reviews, so kind of tough to say specifically, but 69 critically, nice. 84 user score, so a little bit of a gap there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're rating the game based on like today's standards for games, it is probably going to score lower just because game design has evolved. This is a game from like 2003, I think. So if you go in expecting it to play like a game from 2003, you're going in with the right mindset. And I mean, maybe it's fair to say, hey, we know that things can be better now, and this isn't as good as it used to be. That's fine.
Just depends on how you're reviewing it, I guess.
Yeah, I have played this game within the last few years, and I felt that it was fine and had aged reasonably well.
Yep.
So,
next up is Planet of Lana 2, which I have been eagerly awaiting because I loved Planet of Lana 1. This is that one that looks like Studio Ghibli type of game. Gorgeous visually. Early reviews doing pretty well, sitting at an 82. I'm digging it. I can't wait to play it. It's on Game Pass, I think. Although I don't have Game Pass anymore. One day I will. But it looks great. And then probably the biggest surprise of the week in terms of Metacritic, now the buttons are back, is Pokepia. Yeah, which is doing gangbusters.
Yeah, people have been. I've seen a lot of people talking about it, saying that it's basically Dragon Quest builders, but with Pokemon.
Which thrills me because I love me some Dragon builders.
I remember reading that and thinking, oh, Trevor will probably enjoy this then.
And unfortunately, it's only on Switch too, so I won't be playing it for a very long time.
And there's Dragon Quest builders footage just to drive the point home.
I think it's by the same developer, so that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then that would explain a lot.
But yeah, sitting at an 88 critically.
Wow.
And an 85 user score. So feed me.
Okay.
I want to play it. I want to play it, but I can't. But I want to play it. And that's it for the Metacritic check-in. All right, let's move on to the news. As we stated, not a whole lot of news to go through, but all of the news we have is substantial. So much to the point that I was having trouble picking which one I go with first. And of course, the button has disappeared again because fuck me, right?
You just lead chronologically.
Kind of. We'll see how it goes. If I can actually, fucking get it to work with me. So, Highguard. Wildlight has announced that it will be permanently shutting down Highguard on March 12th. Before then, it will release one final update that adds a new warden, a new weapon, account level progression, for some reason. And
so, yeah, you have a week to play. Well, less than a week by the time you hear this.
Yeah. And skill trees for those who want to get the final matches.
4 days by the time this comes out for you to enjoy a new character.
Yeah. I'm assuming that it was already finished and they're just like, whatever, just
but
put it out there.
How are you going to learn the mechanics and enjoy it in 4 days?
Yeah. They said, since launch, more than 2 million players stepped into Highguard's world. You shared feedback, created content, and many believed in what we were building. Not true. For that, we are deeply grateful.
Despite, here's what's nuts. 2 million players have played the game, and there wasn't enough.
Yeah, it was down to
sustain it.
Wasn't it down to 1,000 or something like that? Let's see.
By the way, if you watch all of our videos, first of all, thank you. This is going to get chronologically out of order because we recorded an extra, well, 2 extras actually, because it was a 2-parter. And one of them was on the day that this happened. So that extra isn't out yet. And it's not out as of this recording, and it's not even going to be out as of the release of this video. So you're gonna watch that extra and wonder why we're talking about the Highguard shutdown like it's a new thing. It's because we didn't record these all in order.
Nope. They're down to 355 players right now. So yeah, basically nobody.
Quit trying to make more hero shooters.
Yep. Just stop making free-to-play PvP games. Just stop. Take a break.
It's not... Well, look, in other genres, sure, but the hero shooter market, despite the massive success of Overwatch, it's not actually big enough to support multiple games. It is a niche genre. It's a niche genre that has really passionate fans and are really loud about it, and also like to make porn of the characters. Really like to make porn of the characters. To the point where, didn't Blizzard encrypt the 3D models to make it harder for people to use them?
That wouldn't surprise me.
Something like that. Anyway. But yeah, the Overwatch audience is more or less the size of the market for this. And they're not going to stop playing Overwatch to play something else.
Yeah, and Overwatch has 84,000 people playing it right now.
Yeah.
So trying to split that fan base into another game, stop.
Mm-hmm.
Just stop.
Overwatch makes money on loot boxes. It's got people paying into it over and over and over again, which is why they're able to survive with only that many people still playing the game. It's because, well, if those people are spinning for, I don't know, whatever the fuck you get out of Overwatch loot boxes, I don't know, I've never played
cosmetics. That's it.
Cosmetics. Okay, so whatever. Then yeah, that'll keep it afloat and make them a profit. But you can't, that's it, man. There aren't even 100,000 people who play these games as a thing. It's a very small demographic. You're not going to crack that. The fact that Marvel Rivals is still a thing is honestly kind of blowing my mind, because I thought for sure that game was going to crash and burn because the market's not big enough for a whole suite of these. It's the same thing with Battle Royale games. You know, it's Fortnite and PUBG and then everything else. Or MOBAs, it's League of Legends and Dota 2, and that's it. You know,
Smite does pretty well.
I guess, but Smite's also pretty different because it's not just like a
it's a third person.
Yeah.
So RIP another PvP shooter. All that work for a month and a half of content. All right. Let's get on to the next big news. Oh, for fuck's sakes, give me my plus button or my next button back. God damn it. It's just not, it's just, when I refresh it, it literally appears and then disappears. So I don't fucking get it, man. I might have to change browsers or something, maybe. I don't know.
I think YouTube is in the middle of testing yet another new layout, the thing that they do every 6 months. Because sometimes I get like different layouts on YouTube, just like, oh, here's one that you're used to, and then here's a new one for some goddamn reason.
Yeah, fuck them. It's a fucking video player. Just leave it alone.
Yeah.
All right, the next news is new CEO of Microsoft Gaming, Asha Sharma, who took over as the head. Is this just
a loop of the logo?
Well, I don't have anything else. What else do you want from me? They didn't show anything else. What do you want? Where was I? Yeah, Asha Sharma, who took over as the head of Xbox from Phil Spencer, who retired, has confirmed the code name for Xbox's next-gen console, Project Helix, and also confirmed long swirling rumors that the device will indeed play Xbox and PC games. Quote, great start to the morning with Team Xbox, where we talked about our commitment to the return of Xbox, including Project Helix, the code name for our next-generation console. Project Helix will lead in performance and play your Xbox and PC games. Looking forward to chatting about this more with partners and studios at GDC next week.
So here's my question. What does it mean that it plays Xbox games? I assume they're going to be exclusive Xbox games for whatever this is ultimately called. We'll just call them Helix games for the moment. But if it's literally just a PC, what is it that prevents a Helix game from just running on Windows? Is there like something coded into the game that says don't run on Windows?
That's a good question.
Or only run if this device has like an Xbox decryption chip in it or something? Like, what are you...
My assumption is that it's going to be... Well, my assumption is it's going to be very similar to Steam Deck in the way that handles games. So, like, games are officially Steam Deck supported. It's going to be kind of like that. They're going to have, like, Xbox G version, approved.
Okay, but then, like, am I just not going to be able to, say, play one of these games on my... Well, I mean, obviously I couldn't because I'm not running Windows 11. But let's just say I had a Windows 11 PC that has all the hardware specs of whatever Project Helix is, but it's not the Helix. Does that just mean that I can't run next-generation Xbox games? What is it that prevents... this is what I'm wondering.
Well, I mean, that's what happens when they announce a next-gen console and tell you nothing about it. They make you wonder, which is probably the point, is to get you thinking about it and talking about it.
Well, it doesn't really make me confident in it.
No, but if that's all they're prepared to do, then I mean, she's basically, what she's doing is she's trying to get people talking about the brand. Because
and say that we are in fact doing another piece of hardware.
Yeah, I think she's trying to get ahead of all of the people that were like us, that were like, "There's no way they're making another console. It's over. They're going third party."
Yeah, it's just code branding stuff. And the thing is like, it still could be. Like, there's no guarantee that this thing actually comes out, right? Like, until it's on store shelves. Do you remember the Kin? Do you remember the Microsoft Kin, the social media phone that they put out and then discontinued like a month later, like it was Concord or Highguard? Bingo card. And that wasn't just like a game, that was a piece of hardware. So even if this thing comes out, there's no guarantee it's going to be long term because it's Microsoft.
Yeah, I think it'll come out. I think they wouldn't put in a brand new lead of Xbox and then let them say, yeah, we're doing a new console and here's the logo, and then just not deliver. I think it is going to happen.
I mean, it's not even the logo, it's the logo for the code name.
I think that's the actual logo. I think
maybe
I think that they're going to reboot Xbox just in general. I can't predict obviously what specific changes they're going to make, but I think you're going to see some major
I can predict
changes.
What they're going to do. It's going to be some stupid AI bullshit that they walk back. Because by the time this gets out there, the AI bubble will be crashing. And they'll be like, no, it's still good. It's still good. It won't be still good. It's like, remember how they did this with the Kinect, where they're like, we're all in on the Kinect on the Xbox One. And then after like a year and a half, they were like, okay, you don't actually need it. Like you used to need to have it plugged in for the thing to work at all. And then they were like, yeah, we're not going to do that anymore.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they haven't promised anything at all. All they've said is that it will be an Xbox and a PC hybrid.
Yeah, but apparently this is an Xbox and this is an Xbox.
Yeah,
you're an Xbox. I'm an Xbox.
Well, yeah, but new leadership. Phil's out.
Well,
Sarabon's out. You know, the guys that tried to keep it afloat for years couldn't. So someone else is coming in. And who knows, maybe she's just the sheep that's going to be put on the Titanic to watch it sink.
I thought you were going in a different direction. I thought you were going to be like the sacrificial lamb or led to the slaughter, and then you went for the Titanic. I'm like, I think how many metaphors are you mixing there?
Yeah, I don't know. At least two. It's possible.
Like but... as a lambs to the slaughter, but like, oh no, we got to put them on the Titanic to get to the slaughterhouse. That's a very different metaphor.
Sims in the chat, he's asking me why I'm not as mad about this as I am the God of War logo, and it's because this is a console. I'm not. I have no reason to be excited about a console to begin with. But when you have a studio like Santa Monica not say anything for 3 years and then say, "Oh, by the way, we're starting development on a new game that is a remake of an old game, and it's still 5 or 6 years away." That's a little different than showing me a project name and a logo, letting me know that there is a new console coming, probably in the next 2 years, not 5 to 6. And it's not like they haven't done this before, and it's not like other companies like PlayStation or Nintendo haven't done this before. So this is nothing new. I think, like I said, I think this is more of a PR move for Xbox to say, hey, we're shifting things. I think we're going to see major shifts. I think we're going to see Game Pass change significantly. Either it's going away entirely, or they're going to do what she had hinted at in adding more value to it by adding like World of Warcraft subscription and Fallout subscription and what was the other one? I think it was like a Fortnite something rather. I don't know. I can't remember. But she said 3 games in particular that I was like, well, if WoW's on there, that's pretty substantial. But yeah, I mean, this is. I'm very curious to see where this goes. You know, I understand that she was the head of AI at Microsoft, and so everyone's assuming that she's going to bring AI into the next Xbox platform. I don't necessarily think that's true, but I also don't know. I can't see them putting I can see them putting AI into like Project Helix will have Copilot. Almost a guarantee it's going to have Copilot installed with it.
Well, it's beyond almost a guarantee. It's a 100% guarantee, so long as Microsoft doesn't abandon it before it comes out.
Yeah, but I can't say that they're blind. Hold on. Let me make sure I word this correctly. They can't be so stupid as to be watching what's happening with game developers being called out for AI art usage and think that they will get away with it when no one else has yet. They're not that stupid. That's my thought.
Maybe they're not that stupid, but they might be arrogant enough to think, well, people are going to buy the newest Call of Duty regardless, so who cares? We're still going to make a shit ton of money.
So you think that they might do AI art in Call of Duty?
Well, there's already been AI generated stuff in Call of Duty, remember? Or at least on the website for it or whatever.
Yeah. Not in the game. It wasn't in the game. It was like an advertisement or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that they're not as stupid as people want to make them out to be.
It's not about being stupid. It's about being greedy and confident enough that enough people will just buy it without actually caring. That you can just, you could just force your way through it. Like, yeah, we'll lose some sales, but we're still in the black. We're still making a shit ton of money from all the people who don't care. So whatever.
It's still going to require a lot of change. Like Call of Duty sold the least it's ever sold last year because of Game Pass. So
okay, but how many units did it sell?
I don't know. Let me check. What was it called? Black Ops 7?
Yeah.
It had a 60 to 82% drop in sales.
Okay. But what are the numbers? Because if it's like,
I don't think Xbox releases numbers, unfortunately.
Oh, right. Because it's like, oh, well, the last one sold 100 million copies. This one only sold 50 million copies. It's
so
like, the
only numbers we have are 400,000 on Steam, which is a 2.3 million decrease from the previous Call of Duty. So I think Game Pass really fucked sales for that game. So
yeah,
I think the biggest change that we're going to see from Xbox is Game Pass. Something like it's got to give. It never worked. It worked for consumers, but it never worked for the company.
Yeah,
it just didn't.
Was shocking.
Yeah. So
the enshittification of it is coming.
Yeah, there's major changes. Major changes. But yeah, that's all we really know. Maybe we'll learn more at GDC, since she's going to be there talking with people. But my bet would be that we don't hear anything for probably 6 months. We might hear something at E3.
Unquote E3.
Yeah. But we'll see. All right. On the other side of the fence is Sony. And Bloomberg is reporting that while Sony will continue to release online games on PC, single-player games will now remain a console exclusive, marking a significant strategy shift. Sony had a strategy of releasing its PC or its PlayStation games on PC sometime after they hit console. This new policy marks a return to console exclusivity at a time when console rival Microsoft is all in on multi-platform. Although, with everything that Asha Sharma is saying, to me it sounds like they might be going back to exclusivity as well, although with PC. Whereas PlayStation seems to be going in the opposite direction and just going, no, we'll keep our exclusives, thanks. So expect to see fighting game Marvel Token on PC as well as PS5, and of course Bungie's extraction shooter Marathon remains multi-platform. Meanwhile, the Sony published but externally developed Death Stranding 2 and Kena, Scars of Cosmora will also launch on PC, but plans to release Sucker Punch's Ghost of Yotei were recently scrapped.
Okay.
So that's not coming. And Bloomberg's suggested poor recent sales of PlayStation games on PC and also the risk to the PlayStation brand, as well as potential impact on PS5 and maybe even PS6 sales were to blame for the policy shift. Meanwhile, Bloomberg suggested the prospect of PlayStation games running on the next Xbox, which looks like it will run PC games, may have also encouraged Sony's return to console exclusivity. There's no mention of Marvel's Wolverine in the report, but given the timing of its release, a PC launch now seems unlikely as well. This makes total sense to me. We talked a little bit about it the other day. Sony has no reason to put their stuff out on PC.
It was surprising that they did.
Yeah.
It was cool that they did, but it doesn't really drive people to their platform.
No. I think that's what they were hoping, was that the people that would pick it up on PC would be like, oh, I've been missing out on this shit.
Oh, man, I had to wait like 4 years for this. I should buy a PlayStation. So then, no, nobody's going to do that.
Yeah, no one seems to
because now they have 4 years of PlayStation exclusives to play through until the next, whatever the current new exclusive is. And by the time they're done with all those, 4 years will have passed, and they'll be able to get it on PC.
Yeah. So now it seems that they're going back to the way it was, but still releasing their online games on PC, which that I think makes sense because bigger audience, makes sense to do that. But your single player stuff has always been your bread and butter of why people buy a PlayStation. So why would you put them on PC? I don't necessarily agree with it from a consumer standpoint, but it totally makes business sense to me.
I mean, from a consumer standpoint, I want everything to be available on everything.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's obviously unrealistic.
Yeah, it seemed to be realistic for a little bit there. It seemed like everything was going that way, and now it seems like
Well, but
everyone's
when I
doing
say everything, I mean everything from everyone, like including Nintendo,
oh
which is obviously never going
well,
to
that'll
happen.
definitely never happen.
Yeah, that's why I say it's unrealistic.
Yeah, unless they have a a duo of Wii U flops in a row, that's just never gonna happen. So man, this next generation gets more and more interesting as the days go by. Well, let's get to the trifecta. Let's talk about Nintendo.
Yep.
Because breaking today, Nintendo has decided to sue the U.S. government over unlawful tariffs, demanding a refund with interest.
Yeah, and there's actually a bunch of companies doing this. Nintendo's the one that made the news for us, but there's a number of companies that are doing this.
Yeah, Aftermath was first to report on Nintendo's lawsuit, which was filed in the United States Court of International Trade today, as of this recording. Nintendo is focusing on refunds of tariffs that were struck down last month by the Supreme Court, which said Donald Trump's unprecedented use of the International Emergency Economic Powers Act was illegal. Following the Supreme Court decision, Trump announced a new 10% global tariff, which I think he raised to 15%, if I recall correctly. In early April last year, Trump held up a chart while speaking during a Make America Wealthy Again trade announcement. God, he's such an idiot. In the Rose Garden at the White House and declared Liberation Day. The announcement confirmed additional tariffs targeting goods imported to the U.S. The U.S.
Nothing says liberation like paying more to import things rather than charging other countries more to export them to your country.
Right.
Because again, tariffs are paid by the people receiving the goods, not by the people sending them.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a special kind of stupid. The announcement confirmed additional tariffs targeting goods imported to the U.S. The U.S. Custom and Border Protection Agency said it collected about $166 billion in duties and deposits under the emergency tariffs imposed by Trump. And according to Reuters, the CBP said a tariff refund system would be ready in the next 45 days. Nintendo issued a statement, quote, pre-orders for Nintendo Switch 2 in the U.S. will not start until April 9th, 2025 in order to assess the potential impact of tariffs and evolving market conditions. Nintendo will update timing at a later date. The launch date was not changed. It was June 5th, I think it was. That was their original statement when the tariffs got thrown out there. At the time Nintendo made its pre-order delay announcement, U.S. markets had tumbled after China hit back against Trump's tariffs. China, which then faced a 54% import tax, retaliated with an additional 34% tax on U.S. goods. Nintendo issued a statement to IGN confirming that they filed a request and have nothing else to share on the topic, obviously, because you're suing them. Wow. Get them. Get them. The only people that will be mad about it will be Americans. And it's like, well, sorry, but half of you decided to put him in power, and this is what you get.
I will echo the thing that absolutely every single person I have seen say anything about this has said, which is, for once, I'm rooting for Nintendo's lawyers.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
I saw hundreds of variants of that sentiment. I was like, what? How could I possibly phrase this in a unique way when all possible valid combinations of those words, according to English grammar, have been said? So I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to say, yeah, I'm right there. This is the one time where it's like, yes, Nintendo's lawyers, get that back.
Yep. Whether they will be successful or get the money is anyone's guess, because
now here's what would be really great. If you could now get that money and then lower the price of the Switch 2, or maybe offer some kind of vouchers to those of us who paid a lot of money for it.
Yeah.
You know, like how you did with the 3DS with the ambassador program, something like that.
Yeah, good luck with that. Unfortunately, the tariffs don't also account for RAM shortages. So
no.
That doesn't help. Which are only getting more expensive, not cheaper. So,
yep.
Yeah, I mean, and any chance I can see Mr. Trump getting taken down a peg, I'm all for it. So, get them, Nintendo, get them. Let's see what else we got here. All right, this one continues my frustration. I don't even want to read this. I'm so annoyed. Okay, so God of War developer Sony Santa Monica is reportedly working on a major spin-off focused on Faye, Kratos' wife and the mother of Atreus from the
You mean that character that we've never seen except where she was wrapped up and then set on fire?
They may have done flashbacks.
I don't know that they did.
Did they not do any flashbacks? Let me check. No, we did. Yeah, she was in a flashback.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
no, it wasn't. Sorry, it wasn't a flashback. He was like having a conversation with her, like in his mind, or there was some sort of like,
okay,
kind of a thing going on. I don't remember that scene specifically, but yeah, she was in there. So,
but she has existed as more than just a burning corpse.
Yeah, okay. She has a visual. Yeah, she has a visual. They might show it in the video. I don't know. Whispers of what exactly Sony Santa Monica was working on next have been growing over the past few weeks following an earlier tease by Bloomberg, Jason Schreier, that the studio's next project was, quote, not a new IP, but it might feel like one, which this would qualify for that. Yeah. Over the weekend, the LinkedIn profile of a writer who worked on the project was widely shared online, describing it as a new franchise within the God of War universe.
And that's not a new franchise, is it?
No, it's a sub-series, I would say, more than anything. And what else here? So Nate the Hate, which I think is a famous leaker, said, quote, yes, the game is set within the God of War universe and the lead character will be Faye. Current plan is reveal this year and release first half of 2027, barring any delays. So any hope that I had that Sony Santa Monica was going to be anything other than the God of War studio seems to be dead. Mm-hmm. When I think this is what Cory Barlog has been working on, I go, it better be fucking like something way different. Like if this is just God of War with a female, yeah, I just don't give two shits. I still will probably play it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you because it's probably still gonna be a good game. But like, I really want Santa Monica to grow and do something else. Like, I would love to see something sci-fi from them or something. I don't even know. Just something not tied to this one IP.
Very angry man.
Yeah. So, also, if it focuses on Faye, that means it's also a prequel, which it's like, well, we know how it ends. She did. So, I don't know, man. I'm happy that they're working on single player stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm not happy that they're working on more God of War stuff. Like I said, I could be pleasantly surprised. Cory Barlog's great. This game could be something completely out of left field, completely mind-blowing, amazing new take on this universe. Mm-hmm. So, I'll wait and see. But and no, this is not Faye. I don't remember what her name is. She's one of the Norse gods.
Yeah.
Remember? And again, I know I sound like I'm like pooping on God of War, but I'm not. I mean, I have a God of War hat that I wear on the show pretty frequently. I like God of War. It's great. But that studio is just so good that I just want them to do something else. And that doesn't seem to be ever going to happen. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's move on. And the button has disappeared again. My life, man. As if producing a show is not hard enough. I gotta fucking deal with that shit. All
You
right.
got to do tech support live.
Tech support live, yeah. All right, Mind's Eye is in the news.
Oh, really?
You haven't heard of this? Oh, wait to hear this shit. This shit is great. So the current CEO of Build a Rocket Boy, Mark Gerard, has announced further layoffs at the struggling UK development studio following the disastrous release of Mind's Eye, while also doubling down on, quote, organized espionage and corporate sabotage claims. This gets good. This gets real good. In July of last year, IGN reported that Edinburgh-based BARB had issued at risk of redundancy emails to around 300 strong UK workforce after Mind's Eye flopped at release. Soon after the game came out, Barb said it was, quote, heartbroken over the issues players had faced with the game. You knew there were issues. Don't fucking lie. You can't play that game and not realize that it's fucking full of bugs. I'm sorry. I hate that. You're heartbroken? You knew it was going to happen.
Maybe you should have done something about it.
Yeah. Fuck. And promised to release a series of patches to fix the significant performance problems, glitches, and AI behavior bugs. Have you watched any of the videos about how glitched this game was? It was fucking... It was to the point of hilarity.
I'm sure it was. I've heard that it was pretty bad, but I didn't feel like Mind's Eye needed to occupy any more space in my brain.
That's fine. No,
like I care so little
in your mind's eye.
Yeah, exactly.
Story-driven action-adventure game Mind's Eye was initially designed to be a part of Everywhere, the Roblox for Adults creation platform, led by former Grand Theft Auto design chief Leslie Benzies. BRB eventually switched to focus on Mind's Eye, but it has so far failed to do the business for the company. Back in July, Benzies told staff that the studio would bounce back and relaunch Mind's Eye, blaming its struggles on internal and external saboteurs, among other things. Now, in announcing even more layoffs, the CEO, Mark Gerard, said the studio had been investigating what he called, quote, criminal activity that took place around the launch of the game. Apparently, that has resulted in, quote, overwhelming evidence of, quote, organized espionage and corporate sabotage affecting Mind's Eye. Gerard did not share details because, as he put it, quote, this matter is moving towards prosecution, end quote. The layoffs announcement was made on Build a Rocket Boy's LinkedIn page, and the comments from various people in the development community are critical of Gerard's statement, with one person calling it incredibly rude and another delusional. Yeah. In January, Gerard accused YouTube's Cyberboy of, quote, media manipulation, espionage, sabotage, and interference targeting Build a Rocket Boy as part of a cease and desist demand posted to Mind's Eye's Discord. It is profound.
They didn't like a review that this person made or something?
Basically. Quote, it is profoundly disappointing to learn that certain BARB employees continue to leak confidential information to you, therefore betraying their colleagues, our studio, and the broader community we serve. This letter serves as a formal cease and desist demand. You must immediately stop all activities related to receiving, disseminating, or otherwise utilizing any confidential information from BARB, as well as any further involvement in media manipulation, espionage, sabotage, or interference targeting our organization. Failure to comply will result in escalated legal action. Rest assured, you and your associates involved in this media manipulation cabal will be served with legal papers imminently as BARB proceeds with complaints alleging criminal espionage, blah, 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 blah. You are all in serious trouble.
Oh, basically, someone on the inside said, hey, this isn't going well.
Yeah.
To a YouTuber, and the YouTuber ran with it, and now they're alleging corporate espionage.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, technically you shouldn't leak stuff, but I would not describe somebody anonymously saying, yeah, it's not going well, as being espionage.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, all this sounds like is sour grapes because you suck at game development. Maybe make a good game. Maybe don't release a game when it's absolutely broken. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Seems interesting. Seems like a good idea. Maybe don't promise the world. Don't promise a GTA. You know. Dumb. This guy's special. Although I don't know what happened to Benzies, though.
Who knows? like I said, I don't really pay attention to Mind's Eye. It came and it flopped, and I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. Well, it definitely came and went because there's only 11 people on Steam playing it right now.
I mean, it's a single player game, right?
Yeah.
So
but 11 people?
Yeah, but like if people have finished it and it wasn't a good game, well, like what do you like? Yeah. Bringing up Steam player numbers for a single player game that's been out for a while is like really disingenuous, I think, because it's like, well, yeah, people finished it, so they're not going to play it anymore. Right? Like if there's no multiplayer component.
If I go to, let's see, God of War Ragnarok, there is 4,617 players playing it, and that game's been out for years.
Yeah, but it hasn't been out on Steam as long.
It's been out longer than Mind's Eye.
Sure. But it's not an apples to apples case. And like I said, it's not a good game.
No, it's garbage. It's garbage. It actually looks not terrible visually. It just
visually,
runs like
yeah,
shit.
It looks fine. But that's the thing is that they want it to look fine in all the video stuff.
Yeah. Oh my god! Look at this is not, but the framiness that you were seeing there was not.
Oh, okay. I was wondering, like,
it's the game.
Like the video stuff? Okay.
Yeah, no, that's the game. That's how great the game ran at launch. Oh, good lord. Okay. Next up, Nintendo has announced 3 new games to Nintendo Online. The first being Mario vs. Donkey Kong on GBA, which is what you're seeing here. A lot of people like this game.
Fine.
Yeah. And then 2 Virtual Boy games, Mario Clash and Mario Tennis.
Which is, like, I can't believe... So, first of all, I can't believe the Virtual Boy shit in general.
Yeah.
That's nuts to me. Although I didn't know, apparently they have a cardboard version. With you remember Google Cardboard? They basically have that for like a fraction of the cost of like the Virtual Boy module. So that's not as bad. But like, why wouldn't you just like if you're charging $100 for the module, which is just a container with the with the stereoscopic lenses, which by the way, $100 is what the Virtual Boy went for.
Yeah, it's so overpriced. It's ridiculous.
Back in the day. So you're paying the same amount of money
for a piece of plastic.
For a piece of plastic and some glass. And look, glass is a little more expensive to grind into those lenses, but like $100, fuck off.
Yeah, Nintendo.
Play Virtual Boy games now that we know that they're not good.
Do I buy a plastic Virtual Boy case or do I buy Donkey Kong Bonanza?
Yeah. And as somebody who had a real Virtual Boy and did play these games, they're not worth it. No. But like even then, you're not going to put all those games on the service at once. What is wrong with you?
That's what Nintendo does. They fucking like piecemeal shit out every fucking generation. So you have to. The way they do things is just it's so annoying. It's so annoying. All right, and the last thing on our list, so that I can stop having to scroll down because YouTube's broken, is Xbox Game Pass Wave 1 for March. Already out is To a T, which I think is a Katamari Damacy, a game from the Katamari Damacy guys. But it's not a Katamari game, though. I could be wrong on that. I haven't played it. EA Sports F1 25, also already out on Game Pass. Planet Alana 2, already out on Game Pass. Wish I had it for that. Construction Simulator comes out on the 10th. Cyberpunk returns to Game Pass on March 10th. Hollow Knight Silksong, now with Game Pass Premium, joining Game Pass Ultimate and PC Game Pass on the 12th. And then Dollhouse Ready to Party on the 17th. Pretty weak.
Isn't that Sims-like game? Or is that something else?
Dollhouse Ready to Party?
Yeah.
Never heard of it. Oh, no, it's like a DreamWorks game.
Oh, okay. Then I have no idea what that is.
Some kids game. So, okay. So kind of a weak first wave. I'll be interested to see how these waves change with the new leadership, because I have to imagine a certain amount of these are done ahead, in advance, like they're agreed to in advance.
Yeah, they'll ink these deals a while ago.
Yeah, I'm wondering, like, at what point are we going to see like a sharp change in how these waves are done?
Or will it be a sharp change, or will it be a gradual one, or will there be any change at all? There will probably be a change.
Yeah, there'll be a change. Games leaving Xbox on March 15th include Bratz Rhythm and Style, Enter the Gungeon.
No.
Yeah, Enter the Gungeon. That's a good game. That game's balls hard though. That game is brutal. F1 23.
Enter the Gungeon is leaving. Is Exit the Gungeon joining?
Oh, maybe wave 2.
That would be confusing.
Yeah.
Enter is exiting and exit is entering.
You just hurt my brain. Don't do that.
Yeah, I know.
He is coming. Is also leaving. I don't know what that is.
Oh, he came.
Shut up. Don't do it. Don't age-gate us. Lightyear Frontier is leaving. That's a shame. I thought that game was cool. And Mythwrecked is also leaving. So there's your update, and that's all we have for the news. Which means it's time for
penis customization on the Cyberpunk character creator screen.
No. Yeah. Scope screenshot.
Okay.
Screenshot scope.
I still want to do penis customization on Cyberpunk, but
I thought you played that game already.
No, I haven't played Cyberpunk yet. Dude, I still haven't gotten around to Resident Evil 7 and 8 yet. You think I've gotten to Cyberpunk
or Mass Effect?
Yeah, or Mass Effect. It's all on the list, bro.
What is your next game? You got to commit. What's your next game?
I don't know, man. I need listen. I just did 2 big games in a row, okay?
Yep,
I need something simpler to wind down with.
Something simpler.
Next big thing.
Go Monster Train. Try Monster Train. Just a card game. It's fun.
Yeah. I'm not really a deck builder. Whoa, Wet Dream. Okay, that's not even me doing that. That's just the footage.
Yeah, I got to get off this. All right, let's do this. What do we got?
I downloaded.
Can't you see it?
Devolution X, which is basically a source port for Diablo. So I was in the mood for Diablo. Like, this is today, and I'd forgotten. Like, I thought maybe I'll play something slower and like simpler with that, but man, that game is slower than I remember it being. Fuck.
Oh, try some of the demos that I threw your way, like Crystal Fall.
Oh yeah, I do want to try that Rune Dice one. That sounded cool.
Yeah. All right, this is definitely Core Keeper, the game that I am dying to play still. Oh yeah.
Boom.
I noticed.
You know what it kind of looks like? It looks like Dungeon Keeper.
It does have a Dungeon Keeper-esque aesthetic to it.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
You'd like dig through and yeah.
Oh, maybe I should no, I shouldn't play Dungeon Keeper. That I'll be there for like a month.
Yeah. Try Core Keeper. Maybe I like Core Keeper.
No, I'm gonna play Rune Dice. I'm gonna download that demo.
There was a couple other demos you said you might be interested in from last week.
Yeah, but I don't remember what they are. I'll have to watch the
you'll have to go back and watch it.
Isn't it great that we record these conversations?
Yeah, you can go back and look. It doesn't let me just go forward. That's a green brick wall.
That is a green brick wall.
Medieval?
No, it looks maybe be Oblivion? I think it looks a little too good to be Oblivion, but it could be the remake. No. Oh, so this is an older one.
Or an indie.
No, an indie game would still be rated.
True. It does. Normally it says too old to be rated, though.
Yeah, that is a good point.
I don't recognize.
I don't know. My brain is going like PC pre-rendered point and click adventure. You know, from that era of like Myst clones. Yeah. And there were a lot of those, and I played almost none of them.
I recently tried to play the 3D Myst.
Oh, Real Myst.
It's like a remaster, like a recent one, like a real recent one.
Yeah. Is it a Riven?
No. It's Myst 1, but it's like full 3D HD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's like 3 versions of Real Mist. There's Real Mist from like the early 2000s. There's one from like a decade ago, and then there's like a new VR one from like a year or 2 ago or something. It's fine.
It's hard.
Yeah. Well, it's Mist. I mean, a lot of people have the game memorized. I don't.
No, I've never beat it. So
no, neither have I.
All right, I have no idea what this is.
Neither do I.
PS2 exclusive? Why wouldn't it be rated?
Hey.
Bomb.
Is that like a dart hitting a dartboard with a bunch of Could this be Yakuza? Like the original Yakuza? It looks really good for a PS2 game.
Horror survival. I have no idea what this is.
What? What the fuck is that? What is this? I can't even tell what that character is. Like a weird purple origami lizard? What the fuck? Is that one of the vials of the T-virus from the Resident Evil movie? No, it doesn't. It doesn't have the double helix in it, so it can't be that.
I don't know. The only reason I can think of this might be unrated is maybe it was like exclusive to like a country. I don't know.
I mean, Metacritic pulls from review sites around the world, doesn't it?
Yeah. I don't know, but I mean, I don't know.
I have no idea what this is.
2003. There's like a person in a box with a knife and like Mickey Mouse ears.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that like a mouse with a big block of cheese?
Could be. Yeah,
is that a Minecraft character? What the fuck?
I have no clue what this
is. Why does this room look like it's taken from a Resident Evil game?
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
And then the characters look like they're from two completely different theme parks.
Yeah, and then there's like this weird cartoon face up here. I've never heard of this.
Yeah, it's like what the fuck is this game?
It's a Capcom game?
I'm somehow even more confused now that we have more information. What the fuck is going on?
No idea what this is.
What is this?
It is.
I want to know what this is.
Gregory Horror Show.
I've never heard of this. Hold on.
Gregory Horror Show. Never in my life have I heard of this. Was it like a canceled game maybe that never came out? Or is it just so obscure that nobody played it?
This is based on a TV show?
Oh, that explains it, yeah.
What? And it's a Japanese TV show, but it
was translated into English?
3D anime. What the fuck is I am somehow even more confused.
Yeah, that's a unique one. I've never seen that before.
I was right about the origami thing. The series is noted for its unusual papercraft themed art style.
Huh. Yeah. Rarely are we stumped completely.
Is this? There's a bunch of video games, apparently.
Oh, Jesus. I have no clue.
So there's like an old school like flip phone game. There's the PS2 game. There's an iOS and Android game.
What? Wow.
That
explains why they're not rated, though, if it was based on a TV show.
There's a PC game, and then there's also a board game published by Upper Deck? What the fuck is this? I know I've said this is the third time I've said this, but I'm still even more confused.
I think you need to do some research and report back to us next week. Maybe that can be what you play next. It's Gregory Horror Show.
I cannot. We got to move on. I'm flummoxed.
Yeah, I have no idea
by this.
This looks like a soccer game.
Hold on a second. I gotta cut the video feed because I was on another window looking shit up. How do I do that? God damn it. Stop watching and then start watching. Here we go. This looks like a baseball.
Oh yeah, maybe baseball. Maybe like was there ever a Mario baseball game?
I don't know. Type in Mario baseball and see if there's a result.
Super Mario Ball?
I guess.
No. 75%. It's soccer.
One?
It's soccer.
Oh, it is soccer. Okay.
But it's not strikers though, because that crowd is too realistic.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's no way it's a regular soccer game. Oh, maybe it's Sega Soccer Slam.
Maybe. There's a billion soccer games, and I don't know any of them.
Oh no, it's new.
Oh God. Oh God.
They don't normally have regular sports titles on here, but
this looks titles.
This looks like FIFA. But
I guess try FIFA.
But it's not called FIFA anymore. What is it called? FC.
Yeah, Club or something.
Yeah, I think it is. FC 24.
Wow. I can't believe they did. Oh no, we're so fucked now. If they're starting to put in the yearly,
they're getting desperate. Yeah, they're getting desperate. That's not good. Guys, don't do that. Stop doing sports games.
This Last looks like so many things that came out.
I think it's The Last of Us.
In the last, is it The Last of Us?
I think so.
Nope.
What the fuck? That is a vending machine and a guy with a gun standing at a vending machine, and that is
good eye, man. There is a gun there right at the bottom.
And then there's like some sort of creature or something right here, standing right here. So I was thinking Duke Nukem Forever, but there's no way it got an 80%.
No.
So what kind of first-person shooter would be...
Also, if this was Duke Nukem Forever, all of the chip bags would have like ball jokes on them.
Yeah. Just as lard and...
Ready, scrote chips, or...
What does that say? GMC Yums?
Yeah. Oh, it's some kind of...
And obviously a very 2D look to it, because that gun looks like a JPEG. You know what I'm saying? Like an hexen and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the kind of stuff that you could chalk up to it being like a zoomed-in screenshot.
Could be.
Like, it just might not be a very good picture. I
don't think it's zoomed in, though, because that's a small gun. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
I think it's going to be one of those like hexen likes, like or like a Doom-like, you know? Like,
no.
I'd be surprised if it's not at this point.
No, because then this vending machine would just be a flat image and not like have any depth to it. There's lighting effects.
Oh, I mean, it's going to be 3D. Like it's a modern one. Like it's going to be like one of those ones that's on PC, Steam, like within the last 10 years. Yeah.
It's not Sulaco.
No, it's not. All right, let's see if we can get something else here. Okay, PC, PS3, 360, PC. Why does it say PC twice?
Why? What?
Yeah, I think that's just
Hold
a glitch.
What is that text? What is that text?
Press Q to grab weapons from a distance.
Okay, well, what's a game where you can grab things from a distance? When do you ever go inside a building in Prototype? When do you ever have crosshairs on the screen in Prototype? Well, actually, you can use guns in that
Darkness?
Game, Oh, the darkness.
The tentacles.
Ooh, those are the right platforms. Ooh, you might be onto something.
It's Darkness 2.
Darkness 2. That's what it is.
Wait. No, it's not. Is it?
Yes, it is.
That visual
it has to be.
Weird.
No, yeah, Darkness 2 has a sort of cel-shaded look to it.
Okay. Interesting.
I've played the Darkness 2. It's not as good as the first one.
No, it's not. I remember not liking the second one. Pulled that one out.
Yeah, I should have recognized that, because I actually played a bunch of that.
Death Stranding? There's a lot of rock like that in Death Stranding.
There is a lot of rock like that in Death Stranding. You are right.
Nope. It still looks like Death Stranding.
It does still look like Death Stranding.
Um,
Uh,
Starfield?
I don't know. I
Or
haven't
the
played Starfield.
it looks really detailed. Oh, Hellblade 2. Looks like Hellblade 2. No, it's the other Hellblade.
Oh, good. Hellblade 1 then.
Oh, it is Hellblade 2. I just picked the wrong one. It's Hellblade 2.
Okay.
They just don't. They
All right.
yeah. Yeah, the game is fucking gorgeous. It's just not a game.
No, it's a curated experience.
Yeah, you barely do anything in it. You just kind of walk forward most of the time. I got really bored.
It's dudes occasionally.
Yeah, it's visually like impeachable. It's amazing.
Yeah. I mean that and I've also heard nothing but good things about the sound implementation.
Yeah,
like how they outright tell you this game is meant to be played with headphones.
Oh yeah, hearing the voices on a surround sound like encompassing headset like this is amazing.
Yeah, and I love it when they do that because like there aren't enough games that I think really take full advantage of spatial audio effects.
Agreed.
It really does make a difference. Oh, this looks like an HD 2D game, but I don't think it is.
I think it's like a Super Nintendo like
I think it's like a fighting game background or a beat 'em up,
Yeah. That skull gives me Mortal Kombat vibes, but it doesn't look like a Mortal Kombat stage.
The color palette isn't quite Mortal Kombat enough.
Could it be like something like Streets of Rage, or because I didn't play those ones?
Streets of Rage has a way more vibrant color palette than this.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not. Nothing's immediate. Peacekeepers? No, can't be Peacekeepers.
No, we'd recognize it as the Peacekeeper. Just try Final Fight. There's a bunch of those. Let's just rule it out.
No.
Okay. Whoa. Okay, that's more iconic. But I don't recognize it.
It looks gorgeous though.
It does look really, really cool.
It's like all kinds of dead people, skeletons, and all that shit.
I'm digging the background there. That is really nice.
Yeah, this definitely looks Super Nintendo or maybe PS1.
I'm thinking it can't be a Super Nintendo game because first of all, it has a score. And that's way too many shades of any color for it to be the Super Nintendo. There's way more than 256 colors on this screen right now.
So maybe it's like a Metroidvania, modern Metroidvania with like a old school aesthetic.
Yeah. I
was gonna say Blasphemous, but it doesn't have this kind of color. And I think we've had Blasphemous 1. It could be Blasphemous 2, but I haven't played enough of it.
Blasphemous 2?
I don't think it will be. It's got too much color.
We have no better ideas.
No. Oh, it is Mortal Kombat. It is
fucking Mortal Kombat. Okay. I'm gonna say Mortal Kombat 3. I was gonna say maybe it's an arcade game, but then I thought, no, if it's an arcade game, it wouldn't be okay. Let's just try Mortal Kombat 1 then.
No, it's gotta be 2.
It's Mortal Kombat 2.
Wow.
Okay. How have I never? Yeah. Okay. So you were on the mark with the Mortal Kombat thing, but it didn't look like Mortal Kombat. Oh, I see. It's because it's a tiny, tiny fragment of it.
Yeah. Well, that explains why I didn't understand that first one, was because I've never made it to Shao Kahn. And then this one I should have known, I feel like. Screenshot too. Well, we got it. We got it.
I've also never played the arcade version of Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah.
I've only played the arcade version of 3, I think.
Our town doesn't even have an arcade anymore. Oh, actually it does. It has a new one that opened down somewhere.
Oh, I should check that out then.
It's more like a Palladium, I think, more than anything else. But like a small one.
Oh, okay. Do they have a decent selection, or?
I've never been to it. I've seen advertisements for it. I'll tell you the name of it and everything after.
Okay.
Don't let me forget. I don't know what this is.
Yeah, some kind of mechanical device there on the right, like some kind of crane arm or
I thought it was like a leg of a walking robot or something.
Giant robot. It could be. I mean, we don't have any
context
of scale. Like, is that a bush or is that a tree?
Yeah.
You know, like that would tell us a lot about the scale of this thing.
Oh. No, it's not.
It's not Star Wars Outlaws, is it?
No. Take
Have you seen
away.
the Switch 2 footage of that game? It looks really good.
Yeah, it looks surprisingly great. Yeah. That game's
I'm really
gorgeous.
impressed.
I highly recommend that game still, but I think people have missed out on that game. There seems to be a person here, but they're really blurry and blocky. So I'm wondering if this is just an older game, like PS2.
Yeah, but then that lighting is so good.
Yeah, could be fake though.
Like it could be fake.
What was the first image? My brain, for some reason, went to Beyond Good and Evil, but I don't think it is.
No. We could try it. It's not gonna be, but we could try it just to rule it out.
Oh, it's Overwatch.
Oh, okay. Well, like I said, I've never played Overwatch, so
I could instantly tell from the shield.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that guy walks around with a shield. It's a good game. It's just impossible to play if you haven't played it already. Like, when they announced the dropping of the number 2 from the name, I went back and I looked up the character select screen when the game launched, and then what it is now, and it's like it was at like 8 when it launched, and now it's at like 48, something like that.
Really,
like,
that few?
Yeah. It didn't launch with a pretty robust group of heroes. It was pretty low. It may have been 10. It was low. I know it was really low. I if I had the picture, I would just show you, but I do not. So Old School Legend and I did a bunch up here when he took over for you the one day. Well, that looks... No, never mind. The red's throwing me off. It looked like Contra for a second, but I don't think it is.
I don't recognize what this is. Not from this. Okay, well, that's considerably different looking. And I also don't recognize it. It's clearly some kind of recent, like, retro looking indie game or something.
84% is pretty high. Wow.
Yeah, but I don't recognize it.
No, me either. That is not helpful. Oh, it's Enter the Gungeon.
Oh, okay. There you go.
How did I tell that from a carpet? That's funny. That game is really fun, but way too hard. It's that game. Like, I don't know. I'd love to watch somebody play that game who like knows what they're doing. Because Zelda: Link to the Past.
Link to the Past.
Oh my god, that's funny. Nailed it.
Yeah, that's the fight with the tower boss.
Yeah, where you have to hit his tail, and then he gets faster.
The worm. Also, there's a mouse cursor on that screenshot.
Some of these earlier ones were done
okay,
manually.
So those are some blinds.
Yeah, I have no fucking idea. There's some red light.
It could be anything.
What the fuck?
I don't
Command and Conquer? But not. Why would we see blinds though?
Yeah. What?
Night Trap? Not an 83%.
No. No. What the fuck?
This has to be like a new age retro.
I guess.
Throwback.
But I still don't know what this is.
No idea.
Oh god, I have no idea what this is.
No, we're not gonna get. Yeah, it is.
Oh, wait! No Space Outlaw?
No Space Outlaw?
No Space.
Oh, Hypnospace.
Like HYPNO. Yeah.
Wow. That is a weird looking game.
That is a 90s web browsing simulator. Also, that guy we just saw is the creator of what's that fucking game? Slayer X.
Oh,
Revenge of the X Slayer, or whatever the fuck it was called. It was basically like, what if you made a game when you were a teenager and really into Limp Bizkit?
You're gonna break stuff.
That's the vibe of the whole game. I don't know what this is. Snow in the night, illuminated by a car headlight, maybe.
It could be. I have no idea.
Or that dust that the Voyager passes through, the intro to Voyager.
Dun, dun, dun.
One day we will do an episode where we don't reference Voyager, but it hasn't happened for a while.
It's not gonna be today. Oh, it's Cuphead.
Oh, there you
go. That art style is not.
We had Cuphead already.
This one's pretty early, so I don't think so, but maybe. They've proven that they've done duplicates once.
Mm-hmm.
Is this? I mean, that looks pretty HD. Oh no,
Space
it's not.
Baskets.
Yeah, I was gonna say something from Munchies. What is it? Abe's Oddworld or
the Oddworld games. Maybe.
I don't think so.
Try just putting in one of the Oddworld games and see if it. No,
86%. That foliage looks very, very familiar. That lighting
it is still just foliage.
I know. We're gonna know this one though. I've seen this before.
Maybe it's Crisis.
Got an 86. That's pretty high.
Crisis got good reviews.
Try it. I got nothing. No. It is PC exclusive though.
Yeah. Yeah, so that looks like the fucking gates to the Barbarian Kingdom that Bale attacks in the intro to Lord of Destruction.
It's not Diablo 2 though.
No, it's not. But the Barbarian dude comes out, and then Bale's like on his war thing, and blah 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 blah, and he like makes the dude explode.
This first screenshot looks completely different from the other game. The rest of this,
it looks like a piece of artwork.
Yeah. I was going to say Diablo 4, but it's not PC exclusive. Action RPG. A PC exclusive action RPG? That's not Diablo. And not Torchlight.
Is this one of the Divinity games?
No. Your boy would know a Divinity game.
Then I'm not sure. What the fuck is okay?
I have no idea what this is. Oh, could this be Path of Exile?
Maybe. I've never played Path of Exile. But you could try.
Oh, it is.
Boom. Nice call.
Yeah, I've played it, but I played like an hour of it, and I was like, yeah, this feels old. Real old in a bad way, which is why I'm so excited for the sequel. Right, we got 2 left. What the fuck?
That's Doom.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you are a sick bastard. From that, you got Doom. What is the source image on that? Oh yeah, it's not going to show us.
It's a wall texture.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's a wall. This is so Doom. Come on.
That's crazy.
How long would it have taken you to get that?
I
mean, you would have gotten it with that last one, obviously.
I may have got it from here.
I'm sure. Well, you probably
I would have got it from there.
Yeah, and then you would have said, "Oh no, it's Doom."
Yeah, or Duke Nukem. All right, last one.
Oh, fuck off.
Well, there's some like little signs or something at the bottom here.
Maybe like lighting at a stadium or something. Maybe this like camera.
Oh yeah.
From the sky, and it's like baseball stadium. It's like it's a beautiful day here at whatever stadium.
Yeah, I don't know what it would be referencing though.
Yeah, I have no idea. Anytime I see a sky like that, I think of the opening to Mega Man Legends, because that game opens on a sky. And also, I just want a new Mega Man Legends. Please, Capcom.
This might be Night in the Woods.
Oh yeah, try that.
No. Whoa.
What the fuck?
What just happened?
PC exclusive. We somehow made Duck Hunt look even older. Is it fucking Fez?
No, it's that game that as you go further in the game evolves into like different eras. Fuck, okay. What was it called? Start with an
There's
E.
a few games. There's a few games that do that.
Shit. It was like Everland. Shit. No. Okay, let's see what else we got. I mean, I'll guess Fez in case, but I don't think it's Fez. Oh, I don't think it's the
game. Ultimate Chicken Horse.
What?
Just Ultimate Chicken Horse.
I thought you had a stroke for a second.
No, Ultimate Chicken Horse. That's the name of the game.
Wow. Yeah, I never would have got that.
That's a fun one. It is it's a race to the finish line through an obstacle course. You and 3 other players. It's fun.
Wow, what a weird name. Ultimate Chicken Horse.
Well, the first 2 playable characters are a chicken and a horse.
So where's the ultimate come in?
Well, you're trying to be the ultimate chicken or horse or chameleon or, whatever other animals there are. I think there's a bird.
Weird. And a sheep. I think is that a sheep?
The white one on the right. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I think you'd like it.
Okay. That's a good one to end on. It's a weird one, but it's a good one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that has been Press Pause, a gaming podcast, episode 83. If you want to follow me on the socials, I'm at TJ-Leo on BlueSky.
And I am at Ninjas on BlueSky.
You can email us at code.up.podcast@gmail.com. Did I get that right? Yes. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and join the Co-op Club Discord community server where you can find myself and so many others talking about gaming, wrestling, and more. And patreon.com/co-op entertainment where you can throw us $1 a month to help support the channel. We greatly appreciate the support. Until next time, get back to gaming.
I'm going to go throw them dice.
Yeah.